The sun was setting over the horizon, casting a golden glow upon the waves crashing against the shore. The beach, known to locals as the Bleeding Beach, had earned its ominous name due to a strange occurrence that happened every full moon. People whispered of blood-red stains appearing in the sand, as if the very earth was bleeding. Despite the eerie reputation, tourists still flocked to the beach, curious to witness the mysterious phenomenon for themselves. Layla, a young and adventurous photographer, was among the group of visitors that had gathered on the beach that fateful night. Armed with her camera and a keen eye for detail, she was determined to capture the enigmatic beauty of the Bleeding Beach. As the moon rose in the sky, its silver light casting strange shadows on the sand, the air seemed to thicken with an ominous presence. Layla wandered along the shore, the sound of the crashing waves mingling with the cries of seagulls overhead. She noticed a figure standing by the water's edge, their back turned towards her. Intrigued, she approached cautiously, her heart beating in anticipation. As she drew closer, she realized with a start that the figure was a young man, his hands stained red with what looked like blood. "Are you okay?" Layla called out, her voice trembling slightly. The man turned around slowly, his eyes dark and haunted. "You shouldn't be here," he said hoarsely. "This place. It's cursed." Layla felt a shiver run down her spine, but her curiosity outweighed her fear. "What do you mean? What happened here?" The man's gaze shifted towards the horizon, where the moon hung like a silver coin in the sky. "It was a night much like this one," he began, his voice low and filled with sorrow. "A night of betrayal and bloodshed. They say that the spirits of those who lost their lives here still haunt this beach, seeking justice for the injustice done to them." Layla listened intently, her camera forgotten at her side. The man's words painted a chilling picture of a past that refused to stay buried. As he spoke, the waves seemed to grow louder, as if echoing the anguish of those long gone. Suddenly, a piercing scream shattered the night air, sending chills down Layla's spine. She turned towards the source of the sound and saw a group of shadowy figures emerging from the sea, their forms indistinct and ghostly. The man beside her gasped in horror, his eyes wide with disbelief. "They've come for us," he whispered, his voice trembling. "The spirits of the dead. They won't rest until they have their revenge." Layla's heart pounded in her chest as the ghostly figures drew closer, their eyes burning with an otherworldly light. Panic seized her, but a steely resolve took hold. Clutching her camera tightly, she faced the spirits head-on, her heart filled with a strange mix of fear and defiance. "We mean no harm," she called out, her voice echoing over the roar of the waves. "We seek only the truth, the story that has been hidden for so long." To her surprise, the spirits paused at her words, their ethereal forms wavering in the moonlight. A sense of peace washed over the beach, the air no longer heavy with malevolent energy. The man beside her let out a ragged sigh, his shoulders slumping in relief. As the first light of dawn crept over the horizon, the beach lay silent and still, the blood-red stains fading into the sand like a bad dream. Layla knew that the mystery of the Bleeding Beach would remain unsolved, its secrets buried beneath the shifting sands. But she also knew that some stories were meant to be left untold, their whispers carried away by the wind and the sea, to be forgotten in the passage of time.